Hi. Welcome back to the Ghosty Girls. My name is Alicia.
I'm Christina. Hi.
Welcome. We love you. Thank y'all.
You sound like a newscaster.
I tried.
Yeah.
So, for real, hi. Nice to meet you to all the new people.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't know either.
She's lifting her nose up like a piggy nose going, yeah. What?
I don't know. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm delirious. Continue.
That's fine. This story is going to make you think you're delirious. She has got this. Oh, well, hold on. Let me finish my thought process. ADD. Stop interrupting me with your dirty fingers. That sounded. Let me rephrase that.
Jesus Christ.
Anyhow, so thank you. We asked you guys last week to please share, and I think a few of you did because it worked, and we have a few extra listens.
Thank you guys. We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Please keep it up.
You're simply the best. You're better than all the rest. Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. Couldn't that be a new tagline anytime we do something good? Tina Turner. Tina Turner, that shit.
I always say that after we sing something.
I love her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're stupid if you don't.
I mean, agreed. We love you, new
If
followers.
you don't, stop fucking listening.
Or don't. We need you.
No.
Anyhow.
If you don't like Tina Turner. Tina Turner. If you don't like Tina Turner, get the fuck out. We digress. Continue.
So Christina has a new squishy hand because, we can't have a Saturday without going to the Five Below to try to find dumplings that nobody has, which is fine because we don't need them. We're grown
Pokemon
adults.
Cards because she's your girl, and your girl, by your girl, I mean her, not me.
It's me.
Loves Pokemon cards.
So you got to catch them all. I've said it in the past and I'll say it again. You gotta catch them all. So I'm going to get into today's case. After I tell them about this thing, we went to Five Below and Christina got this squishy hand.
I love it.
It's like filled up with sand or something.
It's a medium-sized squishy hand.
It's like the size of my hand.
Yeah,
and,
you do have really little hands.
And it's got it's throwing up a peace sign. I mean, I'm only 5'1". My hands match my size. She keeps bringing the pointer finger down just to say, hey, fuck you, over here to me.
I just did
And she keeps sniffing it, which is not weird at all.
It smells good. It smells fresh.
But the way she's doing it, she's smelling in between the two peace fingers. God, she's sniffing that.
I love it. Doesn't it smell good, though?
Yeah.
Give me that.
To her defense, it does smell good. It smells like some kind of an air freshener.
It's very addictive. Like, what is this thing even called? It says on the back, Jaw Rule. Instead of Jaw Rule. Jaw Rule.
Ja Rule.
It's just very fun to play with. I'm going to have to put it down because I'm sure you guys will probably be able to hear it.
Yeah.
It's so fun, though.
She bought
and
slime,
you can put
too.
it in, like, really funky shapes. And, like, you can flatten it out and make it look all weird. You can put the middle finger down.
It's pretty fun. I bought myself one, too, but it's a whole hand.
Stink.
Ew. You can only do 2 in the pink because there's not one. Why do you think I got all 5 fingers holding up, not just 2? Just kidding.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyhow.
Did you finish talking about my peace sign hand?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I think your can has a peace sign on it too, doesn't it?
Oh, ew, that's a synchronicity. We've been having synchronicities like all day.
We saw.
This means we're on the right path.
11-11.
12-12.
12-12. 1-2-2-1. And I saw 3-3-3. Did we see 2-2-2?
I don't know, but we saw 3-4-5.
You saw 3-4-5.
Yeah. That's really weird. So the peace sign hand that we were talking about that I keep playing with.
2-2.
I got that at the Five Below. And then I also got a peace tea.
At the Five Below.
Yeah. It's a lemon flavored tea. It's, it's all right.
It's tea.
Not the best, but
Meh.
It'll wet your whistle. Synchronicities. Bam! Synchronicities. Bam! Catalina wine mixer. Bam!
What'd you say you were going to do?
Isn't that what he said? Well, bam!
What'd you gonna
know what?
That's what it was. You won. Go on, get down with the sickness.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to start out my episode right now.
Fucking finally.
I know. By saying, okay, the people in this case have been giving pseudonyms in the media.
What?
They've been
giving pseudonyms.
Given. They've been given pseudonyms.
They say it's giving cunt or it's giving bitch.
It's giving pseudonyms. Their names are so basic. They are pseudonyms.
Oh, boy.
Let me start it again. This is me trying to talk. I want to start by saying the people in this case have been given pseudonyms.
Okay.
In the media.
That's weird. So this is a case where we don't even know their real names?
Nope.
Where the fuck do you find this shit?
I don't know, honestly. Like this one.
I don't have high hopes for this. I'm just throwing that out there.
You should. It's really fun.
All right. Did you make this up?
No.
You made this up.
I wish I did.
Have I heard of it?
No, I don't know.
Does it involve all minors?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why we have This is fucking weird. Continue.
She knows nothing about this case. I decided to not tell her anything.
Yeah, I even asked her a couple times and she was like, you'll find out.
That's exactly what I talked about.
Verbatim. I'm not kidding that time.
You'll find
Literally
out.
verbatim. She was like, you'll find out.
You will. Anyhow, 2003.
Okay.
Okay. The U.S. invaded Iraq. Apple launched iTunes. MySpace was gaining traction since everyone could finally afford to switch from dial-up to broadband internet. Remember those days?
I miss MySpace days. And then when you were pissed off at somebody, you could move them down your front. They
weren't in that little circle.
They weren't in your top like 5 or 10 or whatever.
So stupid.
Oh, memories. It was just the easiest way to tell if someone
pissed you off.
Was not happy with you.
Yeah.
Unless you're me, I'll just tell you.
That's fair. Or you. I'm not happy with you and this is why. Fix it.
How many times have I really like legit been like, I'm upset with you. I'm not you personally, but just to people like you never listen. That's one thing about me. You always know where you stand with me because I will literally tell you.
That's why we're friends.
It's a Sagittarius thing, I think, but I like to be a straight shooter because I can't stand the whole like if somebody's mad at you like and they don't tell you and you go on thinking that something's fine, but you know that like they're not acting right. Like just tell me so I can fix it or apologize or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I digress.
Jeez,
MySpace. MySpace, continue.
MySpace. Broadband internet wasn't just available in the US. It was everywhere, including Manchester, England.
Oh, so we're doing a British one.
Tuesday,
isn't it?
I shall talk like this the rest of the time.
Listen, we both have British heritage, so we're allowed to accents and stuff.
Even if we weren't, I'm still doing it. Fuck it.
It's part of our culture.
Where a 16-year-old boy, I don't know what the fuck that was. Manchester, England. 16-year-old boy.
Lad.
Lad.
Yeah.
16-year-old lad.
There you go.
We shall be calling him Mark.
Mark.
Okay.
Are we really doing it? We're not really doing it.
We're not really doing this, no. So anyway, 16-year-old boy, we're going to call him Mark.
Okay.
Not Mock. Logged onto his computer and discovered the excitement of the MSN chat room. Remember them?
Oh my God, yes, I do.
Since he was a teen who, again, lived in Manchester, he searched for like-minded people and in March of 2003 found a group chat for teens in his area.
Okay.
This story is all over the place. You're going to love it or you're going to hate it. Sorry in advance.
Well, this is perfect for you.
I know. It kept me drew in for like a second. Mark was the only...
That's a second longer than anything else.
Listen, it was a Christmas miracle if you're asking me. So Mark was the only child in a middle-class family. He was a pretty average teen for the most part. He played soccer for his school. He had friends.
Okay.
He wanted to graduate high school, go to college for business. One thing Mark didn't have, though, and he always longed for, was a girlfriend.
Okay.
So he wasn't like Mr. Popular in school, but he wasn't bullied.
Yeah. He was just kind of floating around.
Yeah. Mark, like most teens in 2003, loved being in the chat rooms. It really allowed him to escape and feel like he was the king of the chat. Or finally, a Mr. Popular, if you will.
Was he acting like himself in the chat or was he like, am I jumping ahead?
He was 100% himself.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because I know a lot of people would like catfish and stuff on there. Yeah.
So it was an escape where he could talk to girls without the fear of being rejected. Enter Rachel to the chat. One day when Mark was logged on, he noticed a girl, again, by the name of Rachel. Since he is rico suave behind a keyboard, Mark decided to send Rachel a DM. And to his surprise, she answered. She sent him photos and she was beautiful. She was blonde. She worked at a local gym. And she lived in a pretty affluent neighborhood and attended a nearby private school. So they started chatting and ending up having a lot in common.
So they are both under the impression that they are the same age.
They are the same age.
They are the same age.
They're the same age. So he is 16, Rachel's 16.
Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure I know the logistics.
Mm-hmm. You gotta learn the logistics in about an hour.
I saw that face.
So Mark and Rachel would talk literally every day, sometimes almost all night.
Oh.
A friendship blossomed, and you know how teenage love works.
Yeah.
Soon the two were in love. Mark Word, like
Squidward. Mark Word is Squidward's brother. Handsome Mark Word.
He's the good looking one. Mark would turn on his webcam and show Rachel just how much he loved her per her request. Gross. Rachel soon introduced Mark to her 14-year-old stepbrother, John. All pseudonyms, remember? John and Mark also immediately hit it off. They were into the same video games, sports, movies, and I specifically read in one of my sources that they spent hours one night talking about the movie Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh, I did. I thought it was good. Anyhow, they even had a similar humor. Eventually, the two would both log onto their webcams, play video games together, or just talk about girls and teenage boy stuff for hours, you know, like...
Were the three ever in, like, the same room together?
No, maybe. I don't know.
All right.
You know where this is going. They know where this is going, but let me have this.
I'll let you have your moment. I'm sorry.
Mark was so comfortable with John that he even told him that he was in love with his stepsister.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay.
What are you going to say?
Nothing.
Something we'd have to cut out.
Yeah.
Soon they called each other best friends. John had a dark side to him, though, and was very candid with Mark. John was depressed and often felt alone and sad. And Mark ended up being a huge rock for John in his low moments and actually helped him through a lot.
Okay.
So a month flew by, and now we are into April of 2003. Rachel and Mark are dating, and John is still gaming on live stream with his BFF, John.
But Rachel has never physically met. They have not physically met. Okay.
Nope.
Gotcha. So they are all like communicating online through like live streaming.
Well, before live streaming existed, yeah, they were like
Gotcha.
on the webcams.
Okay. I gotcha.
Playing the same video game.
Okay.
Like watching each other play the video games. That makes sense?
It's always like, it's hard to like imagine that life before like live streaming and all that. Like all of the years like blur together, and I don't remember like when certain things came. Like I couldn't tell you like when Facebook came out. I couldn't, you know what I mean?
No.
Or YouTube, or it all just kind of runs together.
It's crazy. So the three would, of course, still join the Manchester teen chat every single day. And to their surprise, in early April 2003, a new person joined. The new person stood out to everyone because they figured out a way to write strictly in pink.
Oh, it was me.
Know. It wasn't. It was Christina.
It was. Spoiler.
Boop, boop. So this new person was Kevin McGregor. Kevin was, and I quote, out there.
Okay.
He would tell everyone in the group crazy things about himself, mostly that he had a foot fetish, and he would ask for feet pictures. He also told everyone that he was gay, and he knew how to be a proper stalker. How would you say that in English accent? Proper stalker.
He's a proper stalker.
Yeah, that.
I don't know.
I'm
horrible. I can do a hillbilly accent like nobody's business.
He's a proper stalker.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he's a proper stalker. It does sound better in an English accent, though.
Everything sounds better in an English accent. True. Like, come on.
So no one in the group took Kevin seriously, and they pretty much all just laughed, thinking he was an attention seeker.
Dumbass.
Yeah, and a dumbass. You get it. But then Kevin did something outrageous. Kevin sent a message to the chat that he had abducted Rachel.
What?
I know. No one believed him until Mark received an email directly from Kevin. The email stated that Kevin threatened to rape and murder Rachel unless Mark got on his webcam and acted out sexual acts for Kevin.
Ew.
Now Mark wanted...
These are all like children.
This is a teenage group chat.
Yeah, children.
Yeah.
I don't get... Listen, I get the whole teenage thing. It's still a fucking child.
You know where this is all going.
Yes, I do.
Everyone does. But the story itself is freaking insane. So stay tuned. So Mark wanted to save the love of his life.
Where are their parents?
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
It's the early 2000s.
Yeah,
It's
never
close to the
mind.
90s, like we talked about last week. So anywho, Mark wanted to save the love of his life. And even though he was very humiliated, he did everything that Kevin asked.
No. Oh, my God.
In the end, it paid off because Rachel sent him messages asking him why he would do that for her. And he simply said, because I love you, Rachel. And Rachel replied with an, I love you too.
So let me get this straight. This kid kidnaps her, right? And says that he's going to murder her. But then just is like, here you go. And hands her back to her house, parents, whatever. And lets her
guess.
go. And they're, okay.
Yeah, sure. After
Right.
this incident, Rachel and Mark grew even closer. It's like trauma bonding, if you will. And they decided to finally meet up in real life.
Oh, no.
They chose a spot nearby, which was a cute little town, but Mark was devastated when Rachel, of course, didn't show.
Oh, that's so weird. I never saw that coming.
He's like, damn it. As soon as he got home, Mark logged on to MSN to find a message. Not from Rachel.
She got kidnapped again?
But from Kevin, yes. Kevin took back his promise, stating that he kidnapped and then murdered Rachel. He was very graphic.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is bad. It's so fun.
No, it's just kids are so dumb.
I know.
And I say that with love because I was dumb too when I was a kid. See, we talked about this last week. The brain development.
It doesn't work.
Because any adult, I mean, I don't know, maybe an adult would look
There's
at that.
a lot of adults.
But
yeah.
I feel like the majority of adults would be like, I'm kind of smelling bullshit on this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me look into it a little bit.
Yeah.
But a kid is just going to be like, oh, seems legit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sounds great. So he was very graphic describing it to Mark, which broke Mark's heart. And Mark, of course, again, was devastated. Kevin immediately left the group, leaving zero trace of himself. Mark ultimately blamed himself, and he grew depressed. His grades began to slip, and the only person he could really talk to and lean on was John. And he was also mourning the death of his stepsister. Basically, they were a hot mess and relied on each other and the group to get by. A few weeks to a month later, I don't know the exact time, another new person joined, and her name was Lindsay East. Lindsay and Mark, of course, got to chatting, and Mark was cautious, but slowly began to catch feelings for Lindsay. Okay. They got to know and trust one another when Lindsay just casually mentioned that she was a junior agent for MI6. And MI6 is basically the British Secret Service. It gets good. You keep laughing. It gets good, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Once Mark was able to absorb that information, she told him that she was actually assigned to join the Manchester Teen Chat because they were aware of Kevin and what he did to Rachel.
Seems legit.
She was there in case Kevin returned and also to monitor John. MI6 had received threats on John's life by Kevin, so he was under constant surveillance and constant protection. He wasn't aware of it, though, so he didn't know everyone was constantly watching him. MI6 wanted John to go on living as normal of a life as possible for a 14-year-old kid. This is when Lindsay asked Mark for help. She said she needed him to help protect John because Mark was the only person that John really trusted. Basically, she was recruiting him into the junior MI6.
This is real ridiculous. Not the story, not your episode,
I know.
but like just...
I know.
So there's a junior division?
Well, yeah, she's part of it,
Okay.
obviously.
Well, that's a great job opportunity.
Listen.
I hope it has good bennies.
You're going to find out. So Mark was shocked, scared, but ultimately excited for the opportunity to potentially be a secret agent.
Yeah, that's awesome when you're in high school. Shit.
16-year-old?
Yeah.
Why not? So he was due to get more information when Mark received an email from Lindsay in which she wrote that the email he was reading was pre-written to be sent only in the event of her death. Long story long, Lindsay was killed while representing MI6. Now, he had no more information on becoming an agent and had lost another potential love interest. But wait, there's more. Enter back to the chat.
There is. Why would there?
Why would there not be? Enter back to the chat. It's Rachel. Holy shit, she survived. Or did she?
What?
Rachel or someone logged into her account, sent Mark a message saying that she wasn't dead, but in a coma. And while she was in that coma, she gave birth to Mark's baby. Now, Mark may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's smart enough that he knew that this was not even close to being possible. So he tried to get more answers, but as quick as Rachel's account was reactivated, it was deactivated again.
So they've never met, yet she's pregnant with his child and had his baby.
Right. Somebody signed into her account.
Yeah, it checks out.
Totally. MI6. Mark was becoming weary of the chat altogether as
he was becoming weary.
He should be, right? When he received a message from a 44-year-old woman named Janet Dobinson. She wrote in all capital letters like her crazy ass was yelling all the time. She told him she didn't have time for teenage drama and initially introduced herself as the third most powerful woman in England.
Hold. She said she doesn't have time for teenage drama, yet she's in a teenage chat room?
Yeah. Again, checks out. Janet was given the information on where to find Mark from Lindsay before she passed away, and Janet was there to continue Lindsay's recruitment of Mark to help in protecting John. Janet told Mark if he did in fact accept to become an MI6 agent, he would be rewarded with not only a heavy income, but also a license to kill all the women he wanted and introductions to very important people, such as the Queen.
What?
At first, Mark was like, sure, okay, lady, whatever you say. But he was like, I'll just play along and entertain her because there's always a shot it could be real. Janet could feel Mark's hesitation, so she let him in on everything she knew about him. Mark's daily activities, his whereabouts, and many other things that a random person they wouldn't know about someone. So Janet advised Mark that there were undercover agents literally everywhere, and she could find out anything at any time. Mark figured he would give the spy life a go and swore an oath to MI6 over chat. With that, Mark was given his first mission, and that was to protect a man named James Bell, who was worth a whole lot of money and was the only person other than the Queen to know the combination to a safe at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow. Some serious shit.
Listen, this safe contains the world's most valuable jewels.
Oh, does it?
Here's the plot twist, because there hasn't been any yet. John, remember the 14-year-old friend?
Yeah.
Is actually James Bell. I guess ultimately, Kevin was trying to get the combination from John, so he killed his stepsister to try to get it out of him. John, or James, we'll just keep calling him John, didn't break and was able to keep the combo and his identity confidential. John could not, under any circumstances, know that Mark, or anyone for that matter, was protecting him.
Okay.
Janet told Mark his first task was worth 300,000 pounds, and it was to take John out of school for the day to keep him safe. And Mark did just that. He went to John's school and under the premise of a dentist appointment, got John out of there. Mark took John out shopping and then back to his house where they just hung out and played video games.
So he actually did meet John.
Well, he's met John before, several times, yeah. They're best friends.
On the chat, though.
Yeah, and over webcam and all that other stuff.
But never in person?
Never in person.
Okay. So the first time they met was him picking him up from school?
I take that back. They may have met in person prior to this.
Okay.
I feel like the moms kind of knew each other.
Okay.
Or they had known that they were hanging out.
Gotcha. Okay. Mark
didn't have specifics on what to do next, so figured that was the best plan of action. Just go kick it and play some video games.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it's just what spies do.
Yeah, why not? John's mom, of course, was frantic when he did not return from school, and she immediately looked at his computer.
Oh, boy.
Finally. When she saw messages between him and the various people, including Mark, and their plans that day, she immediately took John's computer and turned off the internet and then went to Mark's house to pick up John. So she knew where Mark lived.
Mm-hmm.
The mothers of both Mark and John had a very long conversation with both boys right there on the spot about the dangers of talking to people they don't know on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And they banned them from speaking to strangers, especially this woman Janet, ever again. because at this point, both moms went through the computers and, yeah, all the things.
And no one went to the police to like report any of this? There's somebody acting like a spy or... Okay.
No. Both boys were able to sneak back onto their computers, of course they were, and the internet, where Mark and Janet continued their conversations. Janet told Mark that John had to appear gay. She needed him to perform lewd acts on him this weekend when they had a sleepover. She got the directive from the Prime Minister himself. So Mark believed Janet, and at this point, I mean, he just did what he had to do as a spy. Once complete, Janet said he was an amazing agent and then asked him if he would be able to kill someone close to him. Mark replied, yes, I guess. And then the conversation ended, only to be picked up a few days later. Janet had another mission for Mark, and it was going to be his toughest yet. She needed Mark to kill John.
What?
Yep, his best friend that he joined MI6 to protect. Plot twist! Janet told Mark that John was recently diagnosed with a brain tumor that, as it grew, could affect his personality and memory, causing him to share and leak the combination to the underwater safe.
Oh my God.
She also positioned the killing as a mercy since John would be dying a slow, painful death without it.
Okay.
Mark clearly was shocked and at this point didn't know what to believe. But the next day, he received a message from John, and it said, and I quote, "I got a letter today from my doc when I went in a few weeks ago because I was depressed and shit. I got a brain thingy too. Tumor, but it's big."
A brain thingy tumor.
Well, he's 14, so yeah. Mark knew at this point that Janet was telling the truth because now he heard it from John himself. On June 28th, 2003, Janet and John spoke, and this is verbatim. Mark says, "You want me to kill him? That's what you're asking me?" Janet says, "Yes." Mark said, "And just leave him to die. What should I say to him? Stand there a minute while I stab you?" Janet says, "You love him." Mark says, "I love him, but this has to be done." Conversation ended. Mark was to buy a knife bigger than a pocket size and gloves so his fingerprints wouldn't be on anything. He was then to take John to a quiet, peaceful place and tell John he loved him before stabbing him. Mark was told to wait until after John had passed to call emergency services and that Janet would be one of the people arriving to the scene to ensure Mark was safe.
Oh my God.
The next day, June 29th, 2003, Mark met John at a local shopping center and told John that his mom sent him to pick up a new kitchen knife for her. The besties spent the whole day together shopping, talking, and, checking out the local scene. The area they were in was called Goose Green, and it is apparently a really cute, nice little area with lots of cute little shops and restaurants.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fun.
I know, it does.
I mean, not to buy a knife to kill somebody with, but you know.
Mark recommended that they take a walk before heading home. So they walked, around and straight down an alley that was positioned far enough away from the shops and restaurants that they could just spend some more quality time together. Once they were deep into the alley, Mark turned to John and said, "I love you, bro," and stabbed him in the chest with the knife he just bought.
Oh my God.
John fell to the ground and cried out, "Call an ambulance, I'm dying." Mark, knowing he was doing what had to be done, replied, "Please, shh, people are going to hear you. Please be quiet." John, looking shocked, said, "You've killed me." And this broke Mark's heart, so he said, "Don't say that. Don't let that be the last thing you say." Mark then helped John get up, whispered, "Trust me," and stabbed him again, this time in the stomach. And that was a serious blow. It cut both John's liver and kidney.
Oh my God.
Mark waited with John for about 20 minutes and couldn't take the scene anymore. He called 999, which is our 911, and requested an ambulance for his friend. The ambulance was actually very quick, and the police. They got there in about 6 minutes. Mark told the police that a man in his 20s ran up to them and just out of nowhere stabbed his friend.
Ugh.
They loaded John into the ambulance and took him to the hospital, where he arrived in critical condition. The police began investigating immediately and issued a search for this person who was described by Mark as being in all black with a hood. They asked all around the shops and restaurants as well in case there were any witnesses. And one of the local shops actually had CCTV that faced the alley. And once the police took a look at it, They realized that no one had entered the alley before or after Mark and John. Their conclusion? Spread out ears. Their conclusion? Mark was their guy. They showed up at Mark's house and arrested him for attempted murder.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. So Mark stuck to his story that it was a young man in all black. And John, by a miracle, became stable enough to talk and also told the police that it was not Mark that attacked him.
Oh.
The police then showed John the CCTV, which encouraged him to tell the truth. Mark, who was still working for MI6, admitted that he had stabbed John during a second interview, but told them that he only did it because the voices in his head told him to.
What is going on?
I know. I told you it's going to get good. He figured once Janet swooped in, it wouldn't matter what the reasoning was anyway. Plus, he didn't want to be taken out like the other agents, a.k.a. Lindsay.
I think I figured it out. Continue.
I told you this is like crazy.
How have I never heard of this? This is fucking weird.
It's weird, but it's so good. Mark was in jail for about a month, and with no communication or saving from Janet, he finally figured, well, fuck it, I better tell them the truth. So he actually asked to speak to an officer and told them the whole story. They, of course, did not believe him at first, but it did inspire them to look harder at their computers, both his and John's. And when they did, they were able to see the actual conversations between Rachel, Janet, Lindsay, Kevin, John, and not only the messages, but the footage of Mark. One of my sources stated these messages held over 133 gigabytes of data.
Holy shit.
I know. Each person had their own style of writing and individual personalities, so police assumed it was a pedophile ring that was targeting kids.
Gross.
Kind of what I thought too. Upon closer inspection, though, they realized every single one of these people except Mark spelled maybe incorrectly. They spelled it M-Y-B-Y instead of M-A-Y-B-Y.
Okay.
Wait, M-A-Y-B-E?
I knew what you were. I got it. I got it.
So focusing on Janet, they realized that every time she signed on, she was at John's house. And with these two key pieces, the police realized that this entire story, this entire plot was put together by John and only John. John had posed as Rachel and fell in love with Mark, convincing him to do the things that he did on the webcam. When Mark and Rachel were getting too close, he sensed it. So he introduced the psycho Kevin, who took Rachel out. Then he introduced Lindsay, who was a spy, killed her off, and then introduced Janet, who was essentially Lindsay's boss. Basically, John built a long, drawn-out suicide plot to have someone else kill him.
Wow.
He tried to plan his own murder. Both boys ended up in court, of course, after this, and the judge said this: skilled writers of fiction would struggle to conjure up a plot such as that which arises here.
Word.
It's staggering to be dealing with a case that arises out of a 14-year-old boy's invention of false personalities, false relationships, and events arranged for his own killing at the hands of a 16-year-old boy who he had met via an internet chat room. Right there sums it up.
That's insane.
I know. The judge also addressed John and Mark separately. To John, the judge said, the end result is that you are to be sentenced for the extraordinary offense of inciting another to murder you and a further offense of perverting the course of justice. Offenses of this kind in any normal circumstances would result in an extremely lengthy custodial sentence. But these could not be described as any normal circumstances. His statement to Mark was, I accept that, fantastic though it seems when looked at now in the cold light of day, that such a plot was presented to you, so convincingly were the characters presented to you that you really did believe you had been recruited by the Secret Service to kill your co-accused and face the consequences if you did not do so. You were the subject of a degree of exploitation and manipulation and found yourself in a position of conflict in your perceived public duty having been recruited by the state and your real friendship with the co-accused. Ultimately, Mark was sentenced to a 2-year supervision order and banned from contact with his friend John.
He also should have had an internet ban as well. and been forced to take classes on internet safety, and because what in the actual fuck?
I'm sure they did that.
Anywho.
Not sure what Mark is up to these days. I couldn't find anything about it. John was given a 3-year supervision order. He was banned from all chat rooms and from talking to Mark, and was only allowed internet access with supervision.
Okay, well, that's good.
I believe he also sought therapy, and I actually did read in one of my sources that John is currently happy and thriving and living with his partner somewhere, and
Okay.
yeah, rocking and rolling.
Okay.
That's my story.
That
Suicide
was
via
wild.
chat.
Oh my God.
You see, you thought it was going to be like pedophiles, something like that. Like it was a catfishing one. But did you see that coming?
No, not from John, because I mean, I wouldn't think that someone would want to have someone kill them. Like
Yeah. He didn't want to kill himself.
That's crazy.
I know.
I thought it was somebody that was like maybe obsessed with Mark, and I don't know.
Was that okay? I hope that was okay.
Yeah, that was crazy. How'd you hear about that?
The Google. I just typed in crazy twist and turn true crime cases, and this one popped up.
And it's a true one?
This is true. All of this, yeah. All of this happened. John made up all these people. It was in a chat room. It's true. Like other true crime people have covered it and stuff.
That's insane.
I know. I had never heard it, but it blew my mind when I like read it. So I thought it would be fun for us.
Makes me think of like the Tinder swindler and all that.
Yeah, Dirty John. Didn't he do something like that?
I think so.
Sick bastard.
And also, have you ever seen the documentary Bad Vegan on Netflix?
No.
Oh boy, watch that.
Okay.
It's so good. But it involves like catfishing.
Okay.
So I don't want to ruin it for you, but
You can, because I won't watch it.
you need to. You would be very interested in it. But
Okay.
wow,
Yeah,
the internet's a scary place.
I know.
It really
And that was in
is.
2003. Now we have AI.
AI scares me.
It scares. I love it, but I hate it. The internet and the world. Everything's scary. You know what? I also forgot to tell you, I finally went to Legoland.
Oh yeah, talk about Legoland.
Over and over, they play not consistently. It's not like a small world, but they play that everything is awesome.
What do you
Everything is
mean
cool when
repeatedly?
you're part of a team. Like they play a bunch of songs, and that one pops up every now and then. You know, the Lego song. Everything is awesome. Have you seen the Lego movie?
Not really into Legos.
Oh my God, Christina, watch the Lego movie. I told you this before. It's so good. You're going to love it. Legit. Watch the Lego movie.
I don't know if going to Legoland and hearing that like more than 3 times would be good for my mental health.
I'm not asking you to go to Legoland with me. It's a
Yeah.
3-hour drive. I'm asking you to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Only because every time that came on, my son and I would start singing, "Everything is stupid." And I thought of you many times during our trip to Legoland as we were singing "Everything was stupid." And we also got a bad look from one of the employees. I mean, that's pretty much all that I got.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
I know.
I don't even know what to say. That should be a Netflix documentary.
It should be. Maybe it is. Chris, for real. There's got to be a movie or something on this. Let us know.
What do you even Google though? Because like everybody's names are fake.
Well, John and Mark.
John and Mark. Just Google John and Mark. It'll come up.
John and Mark, man, it's hard to find stuff on this, but John and Mark 2003 Manchester was the best search thing that I could find. And I actually think that there was either a documentary or a like made for TV type movie.
I want to watch it.
Chris, for real. We love you. Give us your feedback. Come on, horror daddy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you next Tuesday.
But don't be one.
Love you. Send some friends.
Bye.
Bye.